Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Crafts. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all what I got when I first started crafting, and that's been years ago. When I first started crafting, of course, like probably everybody, I didn't know what kind of crafter I was yet. I knew I liked paper crafting, so I already knew that. But I didn't know what style of paper crafting. I didn't know whether I liked vintage, shabby chic, whatever. So when I first started crafting, because I loved bright colors, and I still like bright colors, so I bought a bunch of paper pads that has bright colors in it. Well, I shortly realized crafting that I love vintage. Vintage is what I like to do. I like to make junk journaling, anything to do with vintage. I love it. Okay, and I love shabby chic too. I do like that, and I like some of Maggie Holmes, like the Carousel collection and stuff. I do like that, but I'm not big into stuff like this. Well, I was going through there, and I thought, you know what? I've had these for years, and some of them will tell you on the back 2012. Okay, so I've had these for a long time. Well, where I got these at was a store called Mighty Dollar. When I first started crafting, that's where I got a majority of my craft supplies. I got stamps. They had stamps there. They had these paper pads, $1 a piece, and stamps $1 a piece, and it was really nice. And I was like, okay. So I like a good deal. So when I first started crafting and I knew I liked paper craft, every time I seen paper pads for $1, I would grab them. Well, at that point in time, like I said, I liked bright colors. So when I seen a paper pad like this that I liked, I look at this now and I don't like it anymore. But when I first started crafting, this is what I thought I liked. At that time, I guess I did like it. When I seen something that I liked, because it was $1 a pack, I'd buy two. So, and then some of them, I would just buy one. So I'm going to go through these today because I'm a big believer in to use what you buy. I feel like most crafters maybe get to this point. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's just me. But I've got to this point in my life to where I love crafting, and I watch YouTube videos on all these things I want to make. And then I don't ever sit down and do them. Like, I'm just busy throughout the day. I do this and do this, and by the time I sit down at night, I'm too tired. I don't have the creative mind to sit down and make something. I just want to watch TV and go to bed. And so, but then when I see something somebody uses, I'm like, oh, I want that tool or I want that item because I want to make that. And with me want to make it, I will go out usually and get that item. But then I slowly realize I'm becoming a collector and not a crafter. And I had to come to terms to realize that that's what I was doing. I was collecting and not crafting. So I'm going to show you all the inside of these paper pads, and I'm going to be taking out the papers that I think I can use and make it vintage. I'm going to use all these because I bought them. Yes, I only paid $1 a piece for them, and it wasn't a lot of money. It would have made me sick if I had paid a lot of money for these. But I only paid $1 a piece for them. But I still feel like I should use them. So I'm going to see what I can maybe turn vintage from these paper pads. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera. But to what I can turn vintage from these paper pads. And then what I can't, I might come up with some creative cards or something for people that likes this type of style. Okay, so let's go through this one. And I've got two of each. don't know for sure about that one. I know this one, so I'm going to go ahead and take those two out. I'm pretty sure I can make this vintage. Let's see. These birds. I think I've already used one of those birds before when I first started. I'm going to try to do a lot of these vintage if I can. If I can get by with it, I'm going to try. And if they don't turn out, you know, it was only $1. Okay. So that was the end of that paper pack. So I got quite a bit out that I think that I can start putting some ink and stuff on them and stuff like that to make them more vintage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one to a side because you already seen me take those out. I'll take these papers out of this after I get done. That way it doesn't bore you to look at the same paper pad over and over again. I'm going to try with the butterflies. I will do that one. Let's see. Don't want to do the stripes. So my advice to somebody that is just starting out crafting, I would really decide what type of style crafter you are. Like, what kind of, do you like vintage? Do you like, and because I wish at that time, I wish I had known, and see there's still a lot of paper left in that one. I wish that I had known the kind that I was when I started, because it would have made it easier, because right now I'm going through these paper pads going, what am I going to do? Because I don't want to waste these. I want to use them because I bought them and I should be able to use them. And the ones that I don't use, and I don't think I ever will use, I might give away to my sister. But sometimes with papers that you don't like, I will give you a hint. If you don't like them and you're creating something new that you've never made before, and you don't want to make that item with your really good paper and waste it if it doesn't turn out right, you can always take a piece of paper that you don't like, that you have bought, and that you realize, I don't like this paper. Like, here's a piece of scrap paper. I'm just using it as I really don't like this paper, you can say, and be like, okay, I want to try to make something with it. And if you make it and it turns out great, you can keep what you made in a separate book to show, hey, later on when you go to create again, you might want to make that same item and be like, oh, what was that one item? And you can flip through your idea book. You can have an idea book to show you of the things that you made. And it doesn't have to be pretty paper in your idea book, because they're just ideas to create new ones for your project. Okay, so that's a great idea for paper that you don't like, so you don't just throw it away. You can, and that's probably what a lot of this paper is going to go towards, is when I'm making like pockets or something for junk journaling or tags or something, and I want to try something different, I'm going to use old paper I don't like. Okay, so sorry I got off on a whole nother subject. Let's see. I think I'm just going to keep this book like it is, and I'm going to try to do something with it. This will be something good. I'll try to do something with that. Okay, so let me get I got some full paper in here. I'm just going to set this aside so I can deal with that later. I just stuck it in the paper pad. So this one's a Make-A-Wish Creative Imaginations Studio Basics 101. This one, I might just have to make birthday cards, to be honest with you. I don't know yet. I'm just going to kind of flip through here. I can probably use this yellow in junk journaling. I can use these numbers for sure in junk journaling. I should probably use this green, about said blue, because I'm going to go back and get the blue as well. Because I think I can ink it up and make it look vintage, make tags and stuff. So that's how much I've got of that paper pad. Oops, I was way out of frame. I'm sorry. That's how much I got out of that paper pad. I still have a lot more. So I'll just make birthday cards or use like paper like this that I do not like. I'm going to use it to like make trial and error projects. If I can talk. I'm sorry. Here is the next. I'm going to stack these up neatly over here. This one has 100 sheets in it, and I'm just going to kind of flip through it real quick and see. I think I can maybe use these butterflies. I'm doing that so I'm going to put these in a basket beside my desk. That way, when I go to sit down and do junk journaling, because that's my all-time favorite thing to do, I'm going to pull from these papers first to see what I can make, and then maybe go towards my vintage papers as well and mix them up. But I want these to be where I can see them, to where I know, hey, you've got to use these, I've got to use these. So I want them close to where I know I got to use them. Oh, this is a pretty paper. And this paper right here, this paper pad, is really thin paper. So this is basically would be used to like cover a tag. Like if you just had like a plain white tag and you want it more decorative, you could take this and, you know, cut it out and glue it on top of that tag to make it a pattern tag. Because this is real thin to be a tag or anything like that. Don't like that. I can use this one because this is special memories, remember life, so that one can be used. Oops, there's another one of that. I hope you all are having a great week. It's the weekend, or about to be the weekend. I'm trying to use those. It is Friday as I'm recording this video, and it probably will not be up until Saturday. So I hope you all have a great weekend. And I like this paper. I'm going to try my best to do a lot more videos. I'm just trying to get back into it. That one's really pretty. I like that one. I am going to get back on here hopefully next week. I'm hoping. If everything plays out right and I have time to sit down and craft, which I'm going to start making time. There's a challenge. I mean, it's been out since last year. It's by, I don't know if I'm going to say her name right. Shabbydabbydoodah, maybe. I'm hoping that's her name. If not, I'm sorry. I did not mean to mispronounce your YouTube name. But I will have it linked below if I'm going to try to learn how to do that. So I'm going to try to link it below, or at least I'll put it, just write out the name in the description so you can just type it in yourself and look it up. But she has a challenge going out, or she already completed the challenge, I should say. I think it's called the A to Z challenge, and you take, like, A is for acetate. So you use acetate in a project and you make 3 items within 30 minutes. So that's what I'm going to try to start doing here pretty soon, because I thought that was really neat, and I thought that would be the perfect challenge to get me back into crafting more and creating more, is taking 30 minutes to create 3 items. And I can, if once I see that getting done, I'm like, okay, I'm going to know that, hey, I can keep on doing this. I can sit down for 30 minutes a day and get something done. So that's my hope for all this. Let's see. Maybe use these. I can use these hearts. But I love this paper. And then that's the, so I took quite a bit out of that paper pad, I feel like. So this is what I'm going to have sitting over here in a basket. This is how much paper I am going to try to start junk journaling with. So I'm going to put all the rest of these paper pads that I had doubles and stuff over here to the side. But this is probably some of these I will try to use in the videos to the A to Z challenge. I think that's what it's called. I don't know exactly what it's called right offhand. But I will have it linked below what it's called. It'll be the name of the video, and it'll be in the description, and it'll be from the person it came from, because I didn't create this, didn't come up with this at all. It was, I will put her name down below, her YouTube name, because I'm not for sure if I just said it right earlier, but she will get the credit for it because I believe she's an awesome crafter, and I really enjoy watching her videos. So I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed weekend. May God bless you.